3, 2, 1, send! I'm done! What a road, guys. What a road. I am so thankful for all the individuals out there who helped me, who supported me along the way. Thank you so much for all your love, your support. You're sometimes giving me a drink when I needed it, and I can't say thank you enough. Before we get going here, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at pats.thoughts, right there, at pats.thoughts. So anyway, guys, yeah, so my master's is done. Over the next couple weeks, I'm going to start divulging a little bit more of my learnings and experience within the master's program. Okay, guys, so I started my master's program back in the spring of 2018. I wasn't planning on going back and getting my master's. I have my sister Kelsey to thank for me going and applying for my master's, so yeah, Kelsey, thank you. She kind of tricked me into doing it, I think. At the end of 2017, going into 2018, my sister Kelsey, she was just finishing up her business degree, and she was starting to think about maybe going on to law school. My sister called me one day and was like, hey, I'm thinking about taking the LSAT and I'm gonna go to law school. Ooh, okay. Now this is how competitive we are as a family. Now, we are extremely competitive amongst us siblings. We made my sister Abby cry when we were playing a board game once. And that actually hasn't just happened once. That's happened multiple times. Man, we're ruthless. Anyway, my competitive nature, me being the older brother, is just like, oh no, you cannot be the most educated person in this family. I'm gonna go on and get my master's. And she was like, I don't think you can do it. And I was just like, girl, you watch me. Initially, right away, it was more of just the competitive aspect. I went through the MAM program. So what's that? That's the Masters of Arts in Management. I could have gone the MBA route. The MBA route wasn't really the area I really wanted to focus on. I'm more about the people aspect. Like, I want to understand people. Like, I want to know what drives people. I want to help people. So yeah, initially it was just a competitive nature. And then I started to really figure out why I was doing it. And it was a challenge for me. When I was going through all of grade school, like high school, and even undergrad and college, I mean, that was stuff that I was like told I had to do. I didn't have to go on and get my master's. It was just more of just a challenge for myself, something that I just wanted to do. There have been people out there that have asked me, how do you balance homework and life aspect and everything like that? I'm lucky in this sense. So I'm not married. I don't have a significant other. I don't have any children, and I live alone. And I work an 8:30 to 5 job. It's a little bit easier for me as an individual to break up the times to do homework. Now, what I will say, a lot of people in my classes, they have more life experiences than I do. Some of them were married. Some of them were divorced. Some of them have a bunch of kids. Some of them just have a few kids. So they were really balancing that juggling ball. They were motivated because they wanted to do this. They wanted to go on and accomplish their master's degree. You can do it. Just bear in mind the sacrifice that you're going to have to make away from family, away from friends, away from social activities is a little bit significant. The nice thing of it is you can span it out for, I think it's a 5-year process. You can really span it out, a 5-year process. Don't let the feeling that you have to do it really fast get in the way of you trying to accomplish the goal. What I'll also say, understand the program that you're going into. Not every program is meant for you. Make sure you meet with an advisor, ask a lot of questions. Ask the question like, what have you seen successes of people who have graduated with this program? What have they gone on to do? One other aspect of this, I think, is this idea of education is boring. Well, I mean, it can be monotonous at times. You have to look at it a different way. You have to look at it is helping you better yourself. And if you can better yourself, that means you can better others. And that was the whole point of view that I was taking with this master's journey. And that's what drove me the entire time. As well as, the competitive nature of making sure that I actually complete what I told my family I was gonna do and what I told people I was gonna do. I don't quit! So you may be watching this video right now and you may be thinking to yourself, like, I've been thinking about a master's program. I think I know which program I want to go to. I know what university I want to apply to. I don't know if I should do it now or if I should do it later. If you think that you have the time constraints now, that you think you can do it now, then do it now. Like anything else, the more you keep kicking the can down the road, other things might start popping up in life, and it may push you back another 5-10 years from going through it and completing it. In most master's programs, the professors, the whole program itself is designed around this idea of the working adult. They understand that you have constraints. They understand that you have commitments, and they're willing to work with you and be very flexible in order for you to maintain and continue on with your education. Now, they will ask you to make sure that you're getting your stuff done in a timely manner and not that you're getting lazy and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's obvious, but they'll work with you. You just have to talk to them about it. Now, I don't think everyone needs to go on and get their master's degree. I think if you want to go on and get your master's degree and get more education, then you should. If you have drive to do it, go for it. But not everyone needs a master's degree. I think education is an amazing thing. The more educated, the more understanding that we are as individuals, the better that we can serve society. Education is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It should push us to our limits. It should make us uncomfortable at times because we're gonna find wonderful answers on the other side of that uncomfortability. But if you keep kicking the can down the road, are you ever going to stop kicking it? So anyway, guys, if you're considering your master's right now, you're considering going down the path of getting your master's, make sure you do your research as to the program that you want to go into. Make sure that you understand your time constraints. 3, if you're kicking the can down the road and you continue thinking to yourself, oh, no, that's 5 years down the road, gonna kick the can again. Ask yourself the question, when are you gonna stop kicking the can and actually go on and do it? 4th, master's programs aren't for everyone. If you're not as motivated to go and get your master's, then I don't think you should just start going down that path until you feel motivated, or until you feel like that is a path you need to go down. A lot of people go into it just because it's a thing to do. It's another check mark in life, which is great. You could definitely do that, but does that serve you? And does that ultimately serve others? You have to ask yourself that question. Before we conclude here, guys, I also, last video I asked people to make comments on questions that I should maybe look into. So I'm gonna answer a few of them. What's the Heat's odds to go back to the finals if they get the 4 seed? I don't watch NBA basketball. I'm being real with you. I don't really know. Well, if they get the 4 seed, 25%, because that's a 4th. We'll just see how that one plays out. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Good question. Yes, it is. Well, I guess it depends on like what you think a sandwich is or what a sandwich consists of. I'm gonna make a bigger video on is a hot dog a sandwich, because I think there are actually a lot more philosophical questions. So I will be answering that question in a future video. Just hold tight. Initial thoughts, I think it is. Thank you for all who supported me through my master's program. I love you all. I will pray for you all. Thank you for watching The Weekly Thought. Join me next week. We'll talk about something new. Coffee, cheers.
Bye!